expenses are incurred when we leave the dock. So there's a certain amount you have to have in order to make it work, and that is. But the hours that they fish, we do 8 hours a day. Start at 7, come off the water at 3, and then we clean their fish for them and take all those nasty little bones out of the northerns and such, and pack them up for them. And it's a good day. All they have to bring when they come on board with us is just their lunch, their license, and their beverages. And,
well, there you
away
go.
we go.
There you go, mystery
You
person.
bet.
Now you have it, and you're gonna want to stay out the whole day anyway. There's great fishing over there.
Oh, yeah. That day goes by so fast.
Mm-hmm. Well, great. Thank you.
All right.
Sometimes it takes us all day to get it done.
All right, Mary Beth. Anything else for us this morning?
Oh, yeah, here's the phone number to give me a call, 406-557-2503. And you guys have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, Mary Beth Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing. From there, we go to Leonard Roberts, Roberts Bait and Tackle. You got him on one? Yeah. Leonard, good morning.
Good morning.
How's things for you today, Leonard?
I feel better today. I got my voice back.
Like
Oh, yeah.
You sound better.
I can hear the pipes are back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That blackberry brandy worked pretty good.
By golly, that always helps, doesn't it?
Right. Grandma Roberts' homemade brandy. Yes, sir.
The best cough syrup they ever made.
Cha!
On that. So,
what's happening fishing-wise, anyway?
well, you already got a report on Holter, so we'll go up to Willow Creek at Augusta. They're getting some pretty darn nice trout up there, some 3 to 5 pound trout up there on night crawlers. Piskin, few hammer handles on smelt and herring, nothing spectacular. Bynum, I think we're just going to forget about Bynum because they say it's history. They about drained it dry, and then it froze out during the winter, so I don't know what's going to happen now. Last summer, Fish and Game put 50,000 fingerling walleyes in there, but you know where they're at now. Kind of a shame. Francis, they're starting to do pretty good up there. They're starting to get a fairly good bite on, most of them are using crankbaits or jig and leech. And you have to put in down at the east end yet. I don't think they got a ramp in yet, boat ramp in. So you got to be careful and when you put your boat in. Tiber, now I hear the bites starting to go on at Tiber. The guys are doing pretty fair up there.
Hey, Leonard.
But they're using minnows more than anything else.
Yeah, Leonard, I heard that the water's been kind of low at Tiber, and you got to be kind of careful. Have you heard anything about that?
Yes, it is. It's very low yet. You only boat ramp that's in the water is at the VFW.
Okay.
Campground. That's over by the dam.
Yeah, so once you get in, then be real careful around those points and stuff. Josh Parrow was telling me that there was one guy beached himself, so you got to be a little careful.
Yeah, stay out on the point. Stay out. Don't go in too close. If you're going to go in, use your electric and go in very slow and easy.
Okay.
On that, don't be plowing in there with your big motor because you got a good chance to lose your lower unit, so it isn't worth it. Them lower units get pretty spendy.
Yeah. This poor fella put his Lund on the land.
Oh,
you don't
boy.
want to do that.
No.
All right.
And then Warriors either, you don't want to put them on there. I don't know. Captain's probably not listening anymore.
Oh, no, he's listening.
Oh, he's listening.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You be careful.
Yeah, he's usually pretty good as long as he doesn't fall asleep, which does happen a lot.
How's the store looking today, Leonard?
Oh, fair. Pretty fair. On that, we're getting ready to open up at 9 o'clock this morning. We open at 9 to 5 on Saturday and Sundays, and 8 to 7 Monday through Friday. And I got a couple leeches left. I had two orders that were shipped out, and UPS has lost both orders of my leeches. So I understand one bunch ended up in California, and the other bunch ended up in St. Louis.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm supposed to be getting some in on Monday, but I hope I get them on that. And by the way, the catfish are doing good down at Loma.
Okay.
They're getting some pretty nice cats down there And I haven't heard anything on the paddle fishing yet. I know that opened the first on that, so I haven't heard anything of it. But the river's pretty darn low yet, too, so pay attention what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? 406-454-1877. And I reckon we'll talk to you next week.
I reckon so. Leonard Roberts, Roberts Bait and Tackle. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you then.
I'm just picturing the UPS man in St. Louis with a bunch of leeches hanging off him going, I don't know what happened. That package opened up. And who the hell sends those?
It is 6:43.
And let's hit the Montana Tourney Trail. Brought to you by Warrior Boats. Experience the Warrior difference.
Fishing rod in my hand.
I want to make some money fishing.
Take me out on the water. Put a fishing rod in my hand.
Get first place out there, baby.
Well, it's still going on. We got about another week to go on Spring Mac Days at Flathead Lake through May 10th for lake trout. And we'll talk to Cindy with Mac Days up on Flathead Lake later on in the show. Montana Bass Team Open is today and tomorrow on Noxon for largemouth and smallmouth. Got the 19th annual Catfish Challenge May 10th on the Yellowstone River for channel cats. Crooked Creek Walleye Classic is May 16th and 17th. Fort Peck Lake at Fort Peck Marina for walleye. Thompson Chain of Lakes Pike Assault May 17th on Lower Upper Thompson Lakes.
That's a fun
Loon
one.
Lake. And that's for northern pike, of course. And finally, Land of the Giants Tournament, May 17th on Yellowstone River and tributaries. And that is for channel catfish.
For more information and a complete listing of tournaments around Montana, log on to the Tourney Trail page on montanooutdoor.com. It's brought to you by Warrior Boats. Experience the Warrior difference.
And when we come back, we will plan on checking in with Eddie Mint at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop and more when the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues right after this.
Polaris razors are for off-road use by riders age 16 and older. Polaris razors can be hazardous to operate, so always wear a helmet and take a training course.
Explore the narrowest trails in a 2025 Polaris Razor Trail. Features our slimmest stance, sharp agility, quick acceleration, and all-day comfort. Trail-ready technology. Make the most of the outdoors and explore it in a Polaris Razor Trail. Personalize your experience and create the desired comfort you want for the ride. This is Jeff. Let us help you get in a new Polaris Razor Trail. Visit us in Lewistown or see what's in store for you at lewistownpolaris.com.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
When it comes to farming, ranching, or even fishing and hunting, you need a truck you can rely on. Even more, you need a buying experience that's hassle-free. Look no further than Missoula Chevrolet. Locally owned and operated right here in Missoula, Montana. They offer one low price, plain and simple, always. With over 350 vehicles, including the tried and true Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they are proud to be the Captain's Truck Center.
That's so true. I depend on the experts at Missoula Chevrolet to find me the perfect Chevy Silverado to get me where the fish are biting and the game can be hunted. I travel the entire state, and my 3/4-ton Silverado makes it easy to tow my fifth wheel and boat at the same time. And you can't beat the comfort of the interior. It's simple. I trust the non-commissioned experts at Missoula Chevrolet for all my truck needs.
Find out for yourself exactly what the captain is talking about. Find your next Chevy truck at Missoula Chevrolet. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
You're listening to the Captain and his crew. If you notice swelling of face, mouth, throat, or a rash, see your doctor right away. The most common side effect is nausea and vivid, unusual, or strange dreams.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Hey now, in Miles City, be sure to shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. As we continue with the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, trying to get a hold of Eddie Mint, Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. So while we do that, I'll just reach over and grab this and tell the Flathead Valley. Ready to roll into adventure? Flathead Valley RV Show's happening now at the Flathead County Fairgrounds. You don't want to miss this one. From cozy campers to luxury motorhomes, it's your chance to score unbeatable deals on the best brands all in one place. Find everything you need to get outdoors and live the RV life you've been dreaming about. Low prices, huge selection, and financing options that fit your budget. And whether you're a weekend warrior or a full-time explorer, your next adventure starts here. Come on out to the Flathead Valley RV sale going on now at the Flathead Valley Fairgrounds. It's brought to you by Brett's RV, and you can hit the road in style. We got Eddie on there, Cam. Eddie Mint, Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop joins us. How are you this morning, Eddie?
Good. How about you guys?
Just fine.
Good morning, Eddie. Hey, it's Downrigger. So we've been having a little bit of problems with the W out there on Fort Peck, but it sounds like maybe today ought to be pretty good, huh?
Well, we got a southeast wind already at 15 mile an hour, so and it's supposed to get a little stronger as the day goes on. So that southeast wind, everybody knows what that's about. So
yeah. I was looking at Wind Willie, and it was showing it was going to be at 12 until later in the late afternoon, but you never know. Those things aren't always that accurate. But
yeah, it's been bouncing around that 15, 16 down to 12, then back up. So it's hanging right around there. So
for guys that are braving the chop out there, where seems to be the hot spot to try to pick up some of those walleye?
Guys that were out yesterday, they've been just kind of fishing close. I heard some guys that went down towards the Pines area and found a handful of fish, even up the dry arm. It's kind of just been a scattered bite now with the post spawn, and there's still some reports yesterday of a few fish that were, still dropping eggs and sperming, and had one group of guys catch a really nice 28-inch, little over 28-inch sauger yesterday that they caught and released. So it's, the mixed bags, pike, bass, and walleye, and then guys jigging and trolling for some Lakers. So, yeah, it's just kind of been a mixed bag, and, wouldn't call it hot and heavy, but they're finding action.
In this post spawn, what do you recommend as far as using? Are you tipping with some minnows, or what are you using in the post spawn?
Typically, we keep the same as we're doing pre-spawn. We're jigs in plastic, jigs in minnows, and we drag a dead rod with a shiner minnow or a sucker fathead, just depending on. Sometimes we'll have all three baits out. But just a, little bit, slower presentation, just kind of fit what the mood the fish are in until they, really start getting on the feed. But, just your jigs and plastics and minnows and still searching a little bit shallow. Sometimes with them post-spawn fish, they're out a little deeper, 15 to 25 feet on a few fish. The last couple times I've talked to guys that were out. One of the guys got a nice pre-spawn fish yesterday in 6.5 feet of water. So you just kind of got to be mobile and search and find what you're looking for.
Of course, when the W does strike, good spots to go, dredge cuts in the river and that. Have you heard of anybody picking up? I know Captain and Don caught a couple nice walleye over there. What have you been hearing, and where's a good spot to go there?
I haven't heard much at all on the river. Last I talked to anybody that was on the river, they were running way down way downriver towards Peterson Point in the milk, but the milk was pretty much nothing there, and Peterson Point had pretty well tapered out, but I haven't heard not hardly any decent reports, anything on the river.
Okay.
What's the lodging situation looking like right now, Eddie, at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop?
Well, we've got scattered openings here and there throughout the rest of the month of May. June's about the same, July. So if you got some dates in mind or you want to get on a boat, give us a call and see if we can get something worked out or get things scheduled to get all your needs covered.
Yeah. If we want to get a hold of you, what do we do?
You can give us a call at 406-526-3597.
All right, Eddie Mint, Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. Anything else for us, Eddie?
No, everybody have a great weekend and be safe, and talk to you next week.
Yeah, you got it. All right,
Thanks,
thank
Eddie.
you. That is Eddie Mint, and let's see when we come back. Might talk Kentucky Derby for a quick second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
that's
today,
That's
isn't it?
yeah, not exactly in our
my hats?
wheelhouse, but I
Hey,
find
you
something
do it
interesting.
outdoors.
Well, yeah, and somewhere in the show, Camp Cook is going to share his turkey hunting exploits. And
Oh, boy,
Nice.
that's interesting. I saw the
Listen-
video. You got to hear this.
listen to us, just a horn of plenty coming up here on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Hang on. Plumbing problems are an emotional drain. The sink, tub, toilet, or sewer gets clogged. Water is backing up, and the smell. Despicable drains demand the drain-trained technicians at Thomas Plumbing. Thomas Plumbing has the right tools and expertise to get things flowing smoothly again. No job too big or too small for the drain specialists at Thomas Plumbing. Since 1978, Western Montanans have been sinking their trust into Thomas Plumbing. 532-LEAK.
For 86 years, Pumps Tire Service has been caring for vehicles one customer at a time. Thank you. Because of you, our customers, we've grown to be one of the nation's largest tire dealers. Visit Pumps for great service, huge selection, and fantastic savings. Right now, get up to $245 in rebates on Goodyear, up to $240 in rebates on Hankook, or up to $210 in rebates on Firestone. See store for details or visit us at PumpsTire.com. Pumps Tire Service, family owned since 1939.
Join Fallon's Farm in making a meaningful difference today. Fallon's Farm, a horse and equine rescue and sanctuary in Arley, Montana, was founded by the passionate Mike and Wendy Ramos to give animals a second chance at life. Here, rescued animals receive not just food and veterinary care, but a safe, loving home where they can thrive. The horses and equine at Fallon's Farm rely on support in every way, financial, physical, and emotional. As the spring and summer months bring higher costs for hay, machinery, and labor, your donations help the farm navigate these challenges and continue its life-saving work. Whether it's $20, $50, or $100, your donation gives Fallon's Farms the flexibility to care for these animals. Visit fallonsfarm.org to learn how you can help. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated and see how your support is transforming lives. You can ensure a brighter future for these animals and continue this important work. Mike and Wendy are deeply grateful for your support.
Hey, this is Dwayne with Energy Partners. We know every dollar counts. Our customers save hundreds on their propane costs each year by using Energy Partners. We have been here serving our local communities with local people for over 2 decades. Switching to Energy Partners has never been easier or more affordable. Make the switch today and see the difference for yourself, and let us save you some money. Visit our website today at energypartnerspropane.com to find a location nearest you.
Spring is finally here, and it's time to think about planting your gardens. Hi, this is Shane Klaus from Pink Grizzly, and we've got a tremendous amount of beautiful plants for your home or business. Pink Grizzly has seeds, veggie starts, bedding plants, and amazingly colorful baskets and planters to add some joy to your home or business. Pink Grizzly also has a great selection of hardy fruit trees acclimated for our climate. If you need edible plants or color, Pink Grizzly has what you need. Pink Grizzly on the corner of Russell and Wyoming Street in Missoula, and next to Dairy Queen on Highway 93 in Lolo.
This is the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
And if I may, we're going to depart from hunting and fishing news for a second because I think a lot of our listeners would find this interesting because my guess is we have a fair amount of listeners who enjoy country music and a fair amount of listeners who enjoy horse racing, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the late Toby Keith
Yeah.
passed away a couple years ago, or not a couple years ago, last year, I guess. He was about as passionate about horse racing as he was about country music. And it was a goal, a dream of his, an ambition to get one of his horses entered into the Kentucky Derby. Well, after he passed away, his daughter Crystal kind of picked it up and ran with it. And today, a Toby Keith family-owned horse is running in the Kentucky Derby.
That's so cool.
Horse's name is Render Judgment.
That is so cool.
We're rooting for Render Judgment. 30-1 odds. I mean, granted, I grant you it's a bit of a long shot.
I'm going to throw a couple bucks
Are
on
you?
it.
Okay, I'm in. Yeah. I'm in on that.
What the heck?
The favorite is journalism, which that'd be okay. That'd be okay because we are all journalismists.
I don't think you can call us that. Really.
Anyway, good luck.
Yes.
Good luck to Render Judgment in the Kentucky Derby today. So
we're just some people who chose to get up early on Saturday. That's really all we are.
Here we are.
That's all I got. Thanks for giving me some time, guys. We will be back with the second hour as we wrap up what we like to call the practice hour. If you thought we were good this hour, oh boy. When we come back with more, the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, Cindy from Spring Mac Days on Flathead Lake will join us shortly after the top of the hour. And more. Don't go away.
Town Square Media is proud to announce the Women's Expo in Great Falls is coming back to the Pacific Steel and Recycling Four Seasons Arena October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The Women's Expo is growing fast, so be sure to get your booth space reserved now by calling 406-761-7600. If your business targets the female audience, you will want to be at the Women's Expo. 3 days of shopping, showing, and sharing a variety of goods and services, all designed for you and those special ladies in your life. Don't miss the Women's Expo, brought to you by Town Square Media.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with WIPOL. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Bai to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is News Talk KGVO, Missoula, AM 1290, and K25 2FP 98.3 FM, a Town Square Media station.
Setting the stage for a budget showdown, I'm Pam Puso, Fox News. Lawmakers are digesting President Trump's proposed budget.
House Republicans held a series of meetings this week on how to agree on taxes and spending cuts in the budget resolution. Blue state Republicans want the cap on the state and local tax deduction to be lifted in order to provide tax relief to their constituents. A similar group of members are making it clear they will not support a package that cuts services for the most vulnerable on Medicaid, but Republicans believe there needs to be some type of reform, such as expanding work requirements for able-bodied people and fighting waste, fraud, and abuse in order to find $1.5 to $2 trillion in spending cuts. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
Senate Democrats plan to force a vote on deportation transparency. This after alleged MS-13 member Kilmar Abrego Garcia was deported.
In the coming weeks, the Senate will take up that Democratic resolution requesting the Trump administration detail the, quote, human rights practices of El Salvador, including its treatment of inmates in the mega prison where Kilmar Abrego Garcia was briefly detained. While the resolution itself doesn't mention Abrego Garcia by name, it calls for a report of the steps taken to comply with court orders to facilitate detainees' return to the U.S. The White House claims it has no power to return Abrego Garcia and has emphasized his alleged MS-13 gang ties and accusations of domestic abuse by his wife in court documents from 2021 and 2020.
Fox's Chanley Painter. 3 Virginia corrections officers are hospitalized after an alleged coordinated attack by inmates affiliated with violent gangs. The incident took place last night at Wallens Ridge State Prison in Wise County. America's listening to Fox News.
Stay
on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
An appeal to the nation's highest court.
The Supreme Court is being asked to set aside a district court ruling blocking DOJ's access to Social Security Administration data. Social Security systems hold sensitive personal records on nearly everyone in the country, including banking information, salaries, and medical records for those on disability. A federal judge in Maryland blocked DOJ full access, but did allow staffers to view data that has been redacted of identifiable information. In a filing to the Supreme Court, the administration argues the injunction halts the executive branch's critically important efforts to improve information technology systems and eliminate waste and fraud. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The president's policy is under scrutiny.
New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez taking aim at the Department of Government Efficiency in its efforts to shrink the federal government.
This is not about going after waste, fraud, and abuse. This is about looting the public funds in order to pay for tax cuts for Elon Musk.
Stressing she's working to protect federal funds and sounding the alarm that Republicans will cut Medicaid and or Social Security.
They're saying, we need $880 billion to pay for the GOP tax cut. They say we want to cut almost $1 trillion in taxes for billionaires and the very rich.
Also slamming President Trump's tariff plans. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
It's in the works.
Fox News confirming President Trump will host a military parade in June to honor military veterans and active duty service members. The parade will take place on June 14th, the 250th birthday of the United States Army. June 14th is also President Trump's birthday. The parade will feature equipment from several wars dating back as far as the Revolutionary War.
Fox says Christina Coleman. The parade will start in Arlington, Virginia. Pam Kusa, Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Amazing scenery, exciting year-round outdoor recreation, friendly people and fun shopping. Enjoy it all under one big sky in Seeley Lake, Montana. And if you have a construction or landscape job in Seeley Lake, Lincoln, Potomac, Ovanda, or Helmville, don't waste money hauling equipment. Seeley Lake Rental has an ever-expanding inventory of excavators, forklifts, telehandlers, and lots more with simple and affordable rental agreements. Rent it all at Seeley Lake Rental. Check out SeeleyLakeRental.com.
Just pull your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Hey, but first, let's take a look at your weather forecast for right smack dab in the middle of the state, central Montana. It looks like this. Today, sunny, highs 75 to maybe 85 degrees today. Tonight, mostly clear, lows 45 to 55. Sunday, sunny, then becoming partly cloudy in the afternoon and mostly cloudy by evening. Chance of rain showers about that time. 60 to 70 degrees are the highs for Sunday. Got some northwest winds going to be 20 to 30 miles an hour. Might gust up to 35 over there. Now remember, gang, you can always get the latest in outdoor news, detailed weather forecasts, and lots of goodies, plus a link to this week's Montana Outdoor Podcast featuring FWP fisheries biologist Heath Headley, Wade Garretts. He's the hatchery manager there in Fort Peck, and even the captain joined me for that podcast. By golly, it is an interesting one. We go deep dive into how they do that whole walleye egg collection. Plus, we talked about a lot of other great stuff. It's all there waiting for you at the go-to website, montanaaoutdoor.com.
And the Riggercast this time is brought to you by Vibrant Hearing. We will be back with Cindy from Spring Mac Days on Flathead Lake in 30 seconds.
You would do anything to prevent dementia. But are you doing everything? This year, give yourself more time. Learn how the medical treatment of hearing loss can reduce your risk of dementia, keep you engaged with your loved ones, and reconnect you to life. The folks at Vibrant Hearing can help with your hearing loss and show you how treating hearing loss is also reducing your risk of dementia. For better hearing, go to vibranthearing.com.
Hey, in Glasgow, please be sure to shop D&G Sports and Western, their Montana Outdoor Approved for hunting and fishing. Welcome back to the second hour of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The director is here. Downrigger Dale's right over there.
Hello.
Got Kokanee Quinn.
Hello.
We don't have Miguel Lee today. Miguel Lee is, what is his son is graduating from?
Yeah, from National Guard School over
Really
in
cool.
Helena. Thank you for your service, young Miguel's son.
Fortunately, we do have Camp Cook taking care of the phones.
Gracious, hello. Have I reached the party to whom I am speaking?
And we have Cindy from Spring Mac Days, Flathead Lake on the phone. Good morning, Cindy.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. I hope you're doing well as you start to wind this thing down. About to hit the home stretch here, huh?
We are. We've got exactly 1 week left. We end next Saturday.
Yeah.
All fish have to be in by 3 o'clock, and we'll do some awards, and we'll be done.
Yeah.
We're winding down, but our total is shooting up. We had our best day. Our best day yesterday of the whole event so far. We had 2,538 fish turned in.
Wow.
So our total is at 50,642
That's
right
amazing.
now.
Congratulations.
That is amazing.
That's phenomenal.
So who's the
10
leader now?
anglers. Colton Turner is still the leader.
Okay.
Colton is a young man that grew up fishing Mac Days ever since he was just a little guy. And we've watched him, grow through this whole competition, and he's leading it. He has right now in the Friday, Saturday, Sunday part of this, 2,029 fish.
Jeez.
Plus he's got a couple hundred during the week also. He's got a 98.78 18-day average. Yesterday was his 15th 100 day. Jason Malin is right behind him. Jason has 1,982. He's got a 97.33 18-day average, and he also hit his 15th day of 100 fish. We had 10 anglers yesterday bring in 100 fish limit.
Wow.
So
that's just
it was
amazing.
Pretty amazing.
I know they're
yeah.
talented anglers, but man, the bite must just be on fire right now.
So the mood must be pretty incredible around the campsites and when people are bringing stuff in at the end of the day. What are they talking about? Where are they saying, hey, these are the hot spots and stuff?
It's a secret.
Okay.
That's the talk.
Enough said.
What
Let's
they're
move
doing.
on.
Yeah, when it's
You
that
know,
close,
yeah.
when it gets that close, it gets a little nippy, doesn't it?
Yeah, some people are pretty good, about sharing, but other people that maybe are just now getting really into this, that have finally figured it out, they're kind of keeping it pretty close because they think they've got something special going on, and maybe they do, and that's fine. Everybody learns on their own and figures it out, but they've all got each other's back. Also, if anybody needs anything, they're right there. So it's pretty amazing. Julie Perkins, one of our lady anglers, she's caught 100 fish a couple days. So she's pretty happy too.
She was.
Yeah.
Who's came from the farthest in Spring Mac Days? Have you heard of who's traveled the farthest?
We've got Paul Grove here from Illinois.
Wow.
He comes and fishes 2 or 3 weeks each event. Our angler who's in third place, Dave Myers, is here from Riverton, Wyoming. He's fished every single day of this event so far. And he's got a good total also and a good average. But if you added in his weekday total, he's way up there. He's off the chart on our bonus amounts. So he's done really well. He came a few years ago, said, I want to figure this out. This is the second time he's fished every single day of an event. So he really puts it all out there.
Well, I can't wait to hear what things are going to be happening next week when we talk to you. Is the weather going to be good today for fishing the tournament?
Today it sounds pretty good. Tomorrow it sounds like we're going to have some thunderstorms rolling through, so people have to be careful. Keep an eye on the weather. We're going to have our lottery drawing next Saturday. All it takes is one fish to get entered into that lottery drawing. It starts at $2,000 and it goes down to $100. So we encourage people to go ahead and come out, fish a day or two. Our website, www.macdays.com, has an entry form on it, has fishing tips, lots of pictures, whatever people need is on our website, or they can give us a call anytime.
All right, Cindy. Well, we'll talk to you next week and see how things go.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
All right, Cindy from Spring Mac Days. We move on to Neil Cote, Bite Me Flies. What are you up to this morning, Neil?
No, I am trying to fulfill an order. I had my website do some weird stuff this last week and a half.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah.
There was a couple of orders that were in there that didn't ping me right off the bat. So,
So you're in the lab.
Well, I am.
Leonard
Leonard
Roberts.
I don't know if you can consider it a lab.
Leonard Roberts said Robert Spade and Tackle in Great Falls lost a bunch of leeches. None of them showed up at your place, did they?
Negative.
Yeah.
Just checking.
So
negative. I'm not a big leech fan. So.
So with this beautiful, beautiful weekend we've got going here, Neil, what would you advise the folks to do? Now, at my place there on the beautiful shores of the Clark Fork River, the water's getting a little closer to the deck. Are the rivers getting blown out, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, all the bigger rivers are starting to go kaboom with that warm weather, and of course we got rain up high. That's starting to unleash some of that mid-level snow. So yeah, we're probably going to see it blow out here in the next, I don't know, probably this next week. It'll probably be pretty ugly. So that just means if you're fishing rivers, you're fishing, backwater spots or stuff that's out of the current, if you can find it. As it gets bigger and bigger, obviously it's going to be harder and harder to do that. And obviously you can't, like I said, we got the third Saturday in May is when the general season opens up. So we're, a week or 2 weeks away from that. So, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. I'd almost say go to the lakes. I mean, it sounds like most of the lakes are wide open.
Right.
You can go up to Salmon Sealy, Alibi, Nez. All of those have open water. All of those are fishing pretty decent. You can head up to Kalispell. I know Echo Lake's fishing incredibly well for the smallmouth right now. They're kind of pre-spawn. Largemouth are in pre-spawn. So that's doing good. There's a bunch of stuff going on that you can do. Browns Lake's still fishing pretty decent from what I've heard. The guys, stripping leeches. Not as much sight fishing like it was. There was a lot of guys that were sight fishing. That's kind of gone out the window. Those fish are kind of starting to push out away from the banks. So kind of the bank fishing of the spring is kind of finally starting to go away for, most of the trout areas like in Helena and stuff. You might still be able to get a few in Helena, but it's starting to go away. So But yeah, there's all kinds of other stuff. There's perch
Okay.
bites happening just about everywhere. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Now, sorry about your website issues. Can people still visit the website right now?
Oh yeah, it's
Okay,
back
good.
up. It's back up and running.
Great.
Apparently there was a couple in the quay that didn't give me notifications. So.
Okay. That's pikewhisperer.com. Neil Cote with Bite Me Flies. Good stuff. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks,
All
Neil.
right.
See you, Neil.
It's time to do a little cooking with Kokanee from the kitchens of Montana Outdoor.com.
What you got cooking? I got rice cooking in the microwave. She got something cooking for me tonight, and a little bit of chicken fried.
And this could be a side because you're probably going to be doing some barbecuing this weekend, or a meal in itself. It's a smoked pasta salad. So pasta salad that you put on the smoker quickly. What you're going to need are some fresh mozzarella cheese balls. You're going to want to cut those in half. Then some hard salami slices, of course, a great way to use up your cured meats. Roasted red peppers, cherry tomatoes, black olives, Italian parsley, red onion, some sliced pepperoncini peppers if you like, and your tricolor rotini pasta. Then you're going to whip up the dressing with some red wine vinegar, olive oil, little minced garlic, some honey, dried Italian seasoning, and salt and pepper. And you're going to want to do this on super smoke on your smoker. Just go ahead and mix it all up. Your mozzarella, salami, red peppers, tomatoes, olives, parsley, onion, and pepperoncini. Put it on a tray in a single layer, and then get your pasta going and make the Italian dressing. When you're done smoking that tray, so after about at least 10 minutes, but a little longer if you like a little more smoke on it, let it cool a bit, then mix it all together, put it in the refrigerator to cool for 30 minutes before serving, and enjoy, I'm thinking, with an ice cold beer.
Okay, I'll have one of those.
Okay, and of course you can find that recipe at montanooutdoor.com.
And straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, Placer Motors Trivia with Downrigger Dale on a first-time winner Saturday. What be the topic this hour there, Rig?
Well, the topic of this hour's questions for you fishermen that fish by boat. So, who would have the right-of-way in this situation coming up?
We'll see if we can make you a first-time winner right after this. Missoula, are you ready to kick off spring in style? Join Brett's RV and Marine for the spring kickoff with the Grizz on Saturday, May 17th from 10 to 2. Live music, delicious food trucks, face painting, and yes, Grizzly football players signing autographs. Enjoy yard games, grab some exclusive swag and giveaways. Bring the whole family for 4 hours of fun, food, and football. While you're there, check out the latest RVs, campers, and outdoor gear, because Brett's RV and Marine is your launch pad for adventure this season. It's all Saturday, May 17th, 10 to 2 at Brett's RV and Marine in Missoula.
If you love getting out of Montana's lakes and rivers, you know how special our waters are. But pests like zebra mussels and Eurasian watermill foil can harm fishing and boating opportunities.
You can help protect Montana's waters.
Please clean all mud, plants, and debris off your boat, recreational equipment, and fishing gear before you leave the access site. Drain water from motors, live wells, and bilges. Allow your boat and recreational equipment time to dry before the next outing.
And no matter what type of watercraft you use, stop at all roadside inspection stations.
Together we can protect Montana's waters.
Learn more at fwp.mt.gov/AIS.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
Montana's a big state, and the men and women that call it home know why they live there. It offers unique outdoor opportunities year-round. It's a way of life for them, but each region of the state does have its own set of challenges. That's why Montana hunters and fishermen have come to depend on their local sporting goods store to help them get the success they strive for in every region across Big Sky Country.
When you shop your local Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice.
In Butte, shop Three Bears Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, head on over to the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. Over in Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports in Western.
All of these sporting goods stores have local knowledge for the area of Montana that they serve, and all of them are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
So, are you ready to rock?
You're listening to The Captain.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
And good morning, 723 Trivia Time with Downrigger Dale on a first-time winner Saturday, brought to you by Placer Motors. Let's see if we can make you a first-time winner in 1 minute.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It'll help you take as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon, plus up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. The 2025 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Manufacturer estimated highway fuel economy on 2025 Subaru Outback non-turbo models. Actual mileage may vary. From our lot to your driveway, come see how Placer Subaru in Helena is transforming the car buying experience. Test drive a 2025 Subaru Outback today.
And our winner receives a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We've got a pen from Tiorama, Captain's Choice, Max Lure. From Linda at Far Country Press in Helena, the book, The Sharpshooter and the Showman, the true story of May Lily and Pawnee Bill in their Wild West show. Koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. From Steve Harada, Steve's Bail Bonds and Wolf Point Utility Keyring. It features a bottle opener, a tape measure, and a flashlight. How might one or all come in handy, Downrigger?
Well, it's just a way to, turn yourself around. Get right with yourself.
Word.
Check yourself before you wreck
And
yourself.
from Kathy Goodman at SilverThreadsOuterwear.com in Great Falls, a Hook'em fishing ball cap, a black ball cap featuring a leather patch in the shape of Montana with a fishing hook and 406 on it. Okay, first-time winners, if you've won any prize before, you're not eligible to play. First-time winners, call 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290 to play and win with Downrigger Dale.
Thank you very much, Director. So here's an interesting one for you fishermen. So you're trolling for walleye. You're close to shore. The shore is on your starboard side. That's on your right. You have another fisherman coming towards you. The shore is on his left. Who has the right-of-way? You're both coming towards each other. You're in a hot spot. Who has the right-of-way? Is it A, the guy coming towards you is going to have the right-of-way? Is it B, actually you have the right-of-way in this case? Or is it C, the boater with the most fishing lines out has the right-of-way? Again, you're trolling close to shore, you and another guy coming towards each other. Who has the right-of-way? Is it A, the guy that has the shore on his left? Is it B, you have the shore on your right, closest to you? Or is it C, it's the boater that has the most fishing lines out has the right-of-way?
406-721-1290. While we wait for a first-time winner, let's check in with the fish camp up there, Chansey and Kalispell.
Good morning, Montana. Chance here at Chancey's Fish Camp. Give you that weekly fishing report. Fishing-wise, if you're wanting to do some kokanee, Lake Maronnan's been really good. Guys been getting out there around Camp Tuffet, jigging in that 20, 25 foot of water, getting some limits, some pretty decent kokanee up to about 12 inches in there. A few bigger perch mixed in, some of those weed beds and stuff right on the bottom. A few rainbows also. Been getting some decent reports up on Middle Thompson on some kokanee. Out a little bit deeper, it might be over 100 foot of water, but they've been jigging and trolling in that 50, 60 foot of water, getting some good fish up to 15, 16 inches in there. Jigging wise, mostly pretty much everywhere you're kokanee fishing, jigging, use little Haley jigs. The local guy, John Thomas Tackle, he makes a tail dragger called. Anything in pink and orange is really good. Tipped with maggots and corn. Had a couple decent reports up out of Bitterroot. Of course, the water's still low up there, but guys are getting their boats in. They've been up there trolling, actually, more up there, getting some decent fish. One guy had one up to about 18 inches, kokanee, and a few other smaller ones. A few rainbows going up there on Bitterroot, too. Later in the evenings, trolling planer boards and flies have been fairly productive for some good fish. Echo Lake bass fishing's been really good. Smallmouth and largemouth starting to pull up a little bit in the bays with this hot weather. This weekend should really get them going. We had our tournament out there last weekend. I was running it, and weigh-in we had one bag of 5 bass. Just smallmouth was almost 20 pounds. The winning bag was 21 and a half, large and smallmouth mix. So some really good fish coming out of there right now. I talked to a guy just the other day. He got into some really big pike in there in that 20-pound class. So it's been fishing really good. Should just get better here the next few weeks. Rogers Lake doing really good on grayling, getting some good reports up there. Guys hitting the Thompson River. Down on the lower end, still doing good on browns and some mountain whitefish. Flathead Lake, still getting reports down there in East Bay. Guys getting into some still good numbers of perch. I'm not sure if it will last too much longer, but earlier in the week there was a couple of guys in showing me some the numbers of fish they've been getting. Actually getting a few big pike mixed in down there too, and a few smallmouth. Just be sure to check the regulations on the perch down there on the south end of the lake. There is a size restriction on them, so be sure to check that. I heard they've been down there checking. So other than that, the Flathead River Slough is doing well. The main stem of Flathead's up pretty high and rolling right now with this warm weather, but I hope you get back into the sloughs there. Been getting some good reports, some decent pike, some decent bass and crappie going there. So lots of good fishing going on up here, and we're all geared up here at the fish camp for you. So good luck fishing out there. Have a great weekend.
All righty. Thank you, Chancey. Our Placer Motors trivia question contestant is Corey in Wolf Point. How are you this morning, Corey?
Good.
All right.
Hey, Corey. So now you got.
Might want to hold on. You might want to turn that radio down, okay?
Yeah.
Turn that radio down for us.
Turn your radio down or I'll make the house explode.
Okay, there we go. Okay, real quick, down here.
So you got a boat coming towards you, and you're both fishing close to the shore. So who has the right of way? Is it A, the guy coming towards you does, B, you do, or C, the boater with the most fishing lines?
What do you think there, Corey?
B, you do.
Ah, you are right, Corey. You're very smart. Yeah, some fishermen may know this as the right rod to the rocks rule. It's a
right rod to the rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And that means if starboard's closer to the shore, it's tougher for you to maneuver. So the guy coming towards you, he's got to
Back
go
with
around.
more right after this.
Hey, for a great meal, find yourself in Paradise. Paradise Falls starts serving at 7 a.m. daily, featuring all your traditional breakfast favorites as well as Paradise Falls specialty items. For lunch and dinner, there's a full menu of burgers, steaks, sandwiches, pizzas, salads, spaghetti, over a dozen appetizers and other Falls favorites. And of course, there's a full bar and all those TVs. Whether you want to sit inside or out on the beautiful, spacious deck, make it family-friendly. Paradise Falls, open 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. every day. 3621 Brooks, Missoula.
In a world of complicated cars and wallet-draining repairs, Gomer's is here to save the day. They offer top-notch pickup truck and automotive repair services and prices that won't break the bank or make you sweat. Picture this, a full-service auto care center where certified technicians work their magic on all kinds of vehicles, from cars to pickup trucks, 4x4s, SUVs, sprinters, gas, or diesel. At Gomer's Diesel, they're not just about diesel. They handle it all. And hey, if you're into the aftermarket upgrades and performance tweaks, they got you covered there too. Visit Gomer's at 2400 Palmer Street today.
With bike season in full swing, the Bicycle Hangar is here to keep Missoula out and riding. At the Bicycle Hangar, we have an extensive inventory with Western Montana's largest selection of bikes from Giant, Yeti, Jamis, and the largest variety of e-bikes in town. Along with tools, clothing, and protective gear, the Bicycle Hangar has everything you could dream of to get out and enjoy the trails. Add on a top-notch service center, e-bike rentals, and free service for life. At the Bicycle Hangar, we want to be your bike shop.
The Bicycle Hangar, 1801 Brooks, across from Baskin Robbins in Missoula.
The Missoula Animal Services Shelter saves 97% of the animals in its care, and it is expanding with new cat rooms, dog kennels, and a larger lobby for visitors. The remodel will help keep animals physically and mentally healthy for as long as it takes to meet their new loving families. Your donation to our Possum Shelter campaign will provide Missoula's lost and surrendered pets with a second chance. Visit online at www.missoulapublichealth.org/animals to learn more and donate today.
Hi, it's Scott the Painter. We all know about keeping up on the routine maintenance of our vehicles. But how often do you think about your home's preventative maintenance? So don't neglect it. Part of that routine care is interior and exterior paint. It also adds to the curb appeal and value of your investment. So if it's been more than 7 years since you had fresh paint applied, it's time. We've been helping people all over western Montana maintain their home's looks and value for over 26 years. That's Scott Arnold Painting at 381-8545.
Teresa Lunn with United Country Real Estate Western Montana Group knows what it takes to sell your property.
The United Country Marketing Advantage provides us with the tools. Combine that with experience, honesty, and work ethic. Your buyer is out there. Commercial, residential, ranch, or acreage. Nobody knows the country like we do.
Teresa Lunn and United Country Real Estate Western Montana Group, covering the state with main offices in Missoula and Plains. Visit an office or call
728-9733.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tire-Rama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
More good news on the weather front. This time we're going to check the weather forecast for west of the Continental Divide. Today, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s to lower 80s today. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a little chance of rain. Lows in the 40s. Sunday, going to get some clouds coming in. Chance of rain in the morning. Then that is going to increase as the afternoon and evening goes along. Highs are just in the upper 50s to mid-60s. So enjoy it today. And don't forget, gang, we've got so many great articles on the GoTo website today. Man, you got to check those out. We call it MontanaOutdoor.com.
Yes, we do. And the Riggercast this time is brought to you by the Come On In. We will be back with Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette, in 1 minute.
Escape the ordinary. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings features family-friendly lodging that offers a rustic atmosphere with resort amenities. Options include king or 2 queen bedrooms, roomy kitchenettes, or a relaxing jacuzzi suite. There's complimentary hot breakfast, guest laundry, a large pool, kiddie pool, 5 hot tubs, fitness center, and a beautiful indoor courtyard that features a rock waterfall. Escape the ordinary. The best value in lodging today is at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings. Make your reservations online at comeonin.com. That's CMONINN.com.
All righty, back with more Montana Outdoor Radio Show with the director, Down Riggerdale, Kokanee Quinn, and Cam Cook, and Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette. I also want to tell you, in Helena, shop Capital Sports because they're Montana Outdoor Proof for hunting and fishing. There we go. Brett French, good morning.
Good morning.
The article you shared this week, MontanaOutdoor.com, Trout Unlimited to the rescue of cutthroat. But the Open, I thought the Open, it was a pretty interesting little history lesson that you shared there.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's about Milk Creek, which is the main tributary for cutthroat trout into the Yellowstone River outside of Yellowstone National Park. And the history there was that as soon as the Crow Reservation was reduced for the second time, I think it was, the area was opened up to mining, and immediately there was a lot of placer mining going on in that area. So the stream has been altered since from its original form, and Trout Unlimited is going back in with some money from Fish, Wildlife, and Parks and help from the Custer Gallatin National Forest and the landowner too has been really helpful in this lower stretch of the stream to restore some what they like to call woody debris, which is basically just building log jams in the river to create some holes, some scour spots for those fish to hide out and create some habitat for them. And then also this same section does have access from the road going up the canyon. So it's a popular spot for anglers to stop and fish, but without the habitat, there's not a lot of fish there, unfortunately, but this will hopefully help that. And so the other part of the story is that this creek gets dewatered as the summer goes on because it's used for irrigation. So there's trying to keep more water in the stream because cutthroat trout don't spawn until about late June, early July. And if they can keep that stream wet through August when those eggs hatch, the fish can survive and hopefully boost that population in the Yellowstone River.
Cool. So why has it taken so long to start this project?
Well, having a helpful landowner is probably the main reason, because this new owner, I think, bought the place in 2019. So that he was open to, even helping pay for it and do some of the work. So that was a big part of it. And upstream, the Gallatin National Forest a few years back put in a barrier to try and keep out any rainbow trout from going up higher in the stream, to protect some of those natives up higher in the stream, where they've done that on several streams around the area to protect those cutthroat trout from interbreeding with rainbows.
Brett, have you had an opportunity to do any fly fishing in the area that you're writing about there?
I have not. Boy, this week was a real wild ride with the weather. We had some heavy rain and even snow. Fishtail area not far up on the Stillwater got over 3 inches of rain on that Sunday to Monday. And one of the creeks that goes into Cooney Reservoir spiked to its highest point ever for that day. Boy, you could see the hydrograph just went straight up. So it's been kind of a flashy few days here in this section of the state.
What would you recommend for, since we've got such a nice day today, what would you recommend around the Billings area to get out and maybe try a little fishing?
Yeah, I think Cooney's a great close opportunity, but I think for, variety too, I like that Bighorn Canyon area just because you can tie into some bass or even a sauger down there.
Fun,
and then you've got the tailwater on the Bighorn that's really popular. I've seen some folks have done really well down there. The Bighorn's got that nice steady flow, so that's probably going to get hit pretty hard this weekend, I'm guessing.
Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette. Good stuff. Thank you, Brett. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you, Brett.
See ya.
Friends, we got to say, fish on.
Fish on.
Fish on Charters with Captain Matt McComb on Flathead Lake. Good morning, Matt.
Fish on with Captain Matt. Hey guys, I've got Tammy and Steve from Phoenix, Arizona up there enjoying their long-awaited honeymoon, and we're on Flathead Lake. And lines are in the water as we speak. It doesn't get any better than this, guys. It is beautiful up here in the Flathead. We were pushing close to 80 yesterday. It's supposed to be 80 again today.
Yep.
The fish are biting. We got a little bit of mud coming in from the rivers on the north end here, so we're fishing the mud line right off the delta. I've got spoons on. I've got rapalas on the surface. We caught fish on top, suspended, and on the bottom. We're fishing anywhere from 75 to 100 feet. The bait fish are moving up tight to the mud line, so the Mac Days guys are out here. You can see them all on the end of the delta. So those guys that are jigging, where they're finding them on the end there, right at the end of the mud line. But guys, it's been a great week up here. I mean, this is what we live for right here. Things are going well for Cameron and I with the Fish on Charters. We're getting our website put together this week, so hopefully I'll have some more info for everybody next week. But if you want to get on the water with Captain Matt or Captain Cameron, give us a call, 844-FISH.
Hey, Matt, quick question for you. When you're this time of year, when you've got that mud line coming in and you're trolling like that, how fast do you usually troll?
Oh, good question.
I like to go a little bit slower because we're still right in that 47, 49 degree water. So they're not in fifth gear yet. They're still in second gear. So 1.8, especially pulling spoons and Rapalas, you get pretty good action at 1.8 miles an hour. But every now and then I pump her up to 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, and you'll get a strike every now and then. But that 1.8, the 1.9 seems to be the hot one this last couple of weeks. So chartreuse, black and gold, and orange and gold have been the hot colors too. So guys that are scrambling, looking at tackle box, going, where should I put out next? That's kind of my go-to spring colors. The water's a little brackish, with the mud. So yeah, guys, have fun out there. Be safe. We got some weather coming in tomorrow, but man, yesterday and today, it's just beautiful. We got bald eagles flying over. We got ospreys flying over. We got loons out here. It's beautiful.
Do you take this Captain Matt to be your lawfully wedded fishing charter? We do.
Yes.
We do. Well, congrats to the honeymooners. Great report, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for everything, guys. Talk to you next week. Be safe.
All right.
We got some loons in the studio here, too, I think.
He never lacks for enthusiasm on these reports, but man, when he is... When it is one of the salad days, when it's kind of a low-hanging fruit fishing day, Captain Matt is just knocks it out of the park.
He's landing them and he's going, and he's awesome.
All right, hey, the Montana Club is helping us celebrate 27 years of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show by giving away a $27 gift card on a first-time winner Saturday, okay? If you've never been a winner before, you're eligible to win that card. You can have a tremendous lunch or dinner at any of the Montana clubs. There are 2 in Missoula, also in Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Kalispell. If you'd like to win that $27 gift card, 406-721-1290. IFN, IF''N. IFN, you've never won anything before. 721-1290. Back with the winner right after this.
Any angler can put bait on a lure, but good anglers know that catching fish requires more than just baiting your hook. At the Montana Club, we just don't serve you food. Any restaurant can do that. At the Montana Club, we serve you made-from-scratch entrees. That's why we call ourselves the Montana Club. Montana families keep coming back for our uncompromising cut-above USDA Choice and Prime certified Angus beef steaks for dinner. The Montana Club is something for everyone. Catch the flavor of the Montana Club in Missoula, Butte, Kalispell, Great Falls, and Billings, where they're always happy to see you and proud to serve you.
All right, we say ahoy here to a contestant on the line. Good morning. Welcome to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Brian Bowman from Kalispell.
Brian.
Ahoy, Brian.
Wow. Matt on Flathead Lake must have sent you lucky vibes there. We just talked to him, and now we're talking to a guy in Kalispell. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And conveniently located as a Montana Club in Kalispell. That's great.
Sure is.
Hey, congratulations. I'm going to put you on hold, and we'll get all your mailing address info and get that gift card mailed out to you, okay?
Okay, thanks very much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you for being a listener.
Big one out there.
Yes, sir. Well, when we come back, I promised Camp Cook some airtime.
Oh, yeah. We got to hear about this turkey thing.
To share his turkey thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if we have any Facebook friends, Kokanee Quinn will let us know where you're at and more. When the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues after this.
Save some money and get the quality tire care you've trusted for over 45 years from your friends and neighbors at Tire-Rama. Now through May 31st, save up to $70 on a set of select Cooper tires, including some of Cooper's newest tires, like Pro Control, Discoverer Road and Trail AT, Discoverer Stronghold AT, or Endeavor and Endeavor Plus. Get on the road and into a new set of Coopers. Visit your neighborhood Tire-Rama before May 31st for this offer, or go to TireRama.com for more details.
Attention anglers, when it comes to fishing, only one name stands above the rest: Warrior Boats. Built by fishermen for fishermen, Warrior Boats deliver unmatched stability, performance, and reliability in any waters. From tournament days to quiet mornings, Warrior Boats are designed to help you conquer the water with ease. Built tough and built right. Built for warriors like you. Find your ultimate fishing machine today at warriorboatsinc.com. Warrior Boats. Go farther, fish longer, and own the Montana waters. River and open water fishing can be very productive this time of the year when you know what the fish are biting on. When you shop your Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best product, service, and advice. In Butte, shop Three Bears Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, shop the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They all have local knowledge and are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
When it comes to farming, ranching, or even fishing and hunting, you need a truck you can rely on. Even more, you need a buying experience that's hassle-free. Look no further than Missoula Chevrolet. Locally owned and operated right here in Missoula, Montana. They offer one low price, plain and simple, always. With over 350 vehicles, including the tried and true Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they are proud to be the Captain's Truck Center.
That's so true. I depend on the experts at Missoula Chevrolet to find me the perfect Chevy Silverado to get me where the fish are biting and the game can be hunted. I travel the entire state, and my 3/4-ton Silverado makes it easy to tow my fifth wheel and boat at the same time. And you can't beat the comfort of the interior. It's simple. I trust the non-commissioned experts at Missoula Chevrolet for all my truck needs.
Find out for yourself exactly what the captain is talking about. Find your next Chevy truck at Missoula Chevrolet. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
Thanks for joining us this morning on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Very violent.
Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
Hey now, in Butte, shop Three Bears Alaska. Don't settle for one bear or two bears. Shop Three Bears Alaska. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. All right, we're going to talk turkey. Would you like to talk a little turkey there with you? You want to do a setup here?
Yeah.
Is that silly choreography you just did required?
That was me doing the turkey dance.
Oh, I see. All right. Camp.
There's a bunch of turkeys right outside the studio.
To make it authentic, you have to do the turkey dance.
Before you
fan out a little bit, shake your moneymaker.
Cam Cook's filling in for Miguel Lee today. Before you talk turkey, hey, Kokanee Quinn, big doings in the Flathead Valley.
Yes, the Flathead Valley RV sale. Flathead Valley, are you ready to roll into adventure? Yeah. The Flathead Valley RV show is happening now at the Flathead County Fairgrounds, and you don't want to miss it. From cozy campers to luxury motorhomes, that's your chance to score unbeatable deals on the best brands all in one place. You can find everything you need to get outdoors and live the RV life that you've been dreaming about. Low prices, huge selection, and financing options that fit your budget. Whether you're a weekend warrior or full-time explorer, your next adventure starts here. So get out to the Flathead Valley RV sale. It's going on now at the Flathead County Fairgrounds, and it's brought to you on site by Brett's RV. You can hit the road in style.
And I might add to that Brett's always just goes wild with great deals when they do these shows, which they always have anyway. But man, at those shows,
it's so fun to check it all out too. So
go get it.
All right, back to Cam Cook. You did some turkey hunting, obviously. Is this part of that Grand Slam deal you're trying to do?
Yeah, we were trying to do the Montana
you
Slam.
and your son.
Yeah, we had a goal. My son is 12 years old, and we tried to do we wanted to get all three species of turkey you can get in Montana. So we have a small batch of Easterns up in northwest Montana. You got the Rios here in the Bitterroot, and then you got the Merriams over on the eastern part of the state. So we first started with the Merriams, and we went out and hunted near Roundup, and we got onto one.
It was a hard hunt though because they're more wild. I feel like over there than the backyard birds we have here in the Bitterroot. So
they're strolling by.
Yeah, they're a little more wild. But we finally got onto one, got him called into range, and B-Rad lines up for the shot. And I showed you in the video.
Yeah,
it was my first time trying to capture a film a hunt, and you can see the pattern. It looks like it hits that bird perfect right where he's supposed to go, and that bird flops around like a dead bird.
Yeah.
So we started celebrating the touchdown. We're in the end zone hugging and high-fiving, and that bird just stuck his head up and went beep beep and ran off.
Oh my gosh!
It faked its own death.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Is that for a life insurance policy?
It literally looked just like the Roadrunner, though.
In
It
the
was
video,
just like the Roadrunner.
It looked like he flat bagged him. I mean, that's a tough turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that must be where they came with that, the whiskey wild turkey. That must be where they got it from. Somebody was hunting at Roundup and said, there's a name for
I
my
think it was a
whiskey.
valuable lesson, though, because we were high-fiving and doing the touchdown dance in the end zone.
So what are the rules on the Grand Slam? Do you have to get a Merriam first now still?
No,
Okay.
no. I just, how many more trips over that way am I going to make before the end of turkey season, So I said, hey, you're 12. We can try this again next spring.
Now, I understand B-Rad was a little upset with himself, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. His follow-up shot completely blew apart a Jack Pine, and there was a couple choice words. And he was pretty upset. He had to take his anger out on a gopher.
Oh, just enjoying his
He's
day.
wasted a turkey load on a gopher.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And it about knocked him on his butt because there's a turkey load. The gopher never saw it coming.
Hi, B-Rad. How you doing? It's a nice day. Oh, my God, he's shooting at me.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't have teased him about missing the turkey. That was
that was the
gopher's
first problem right
What was
there,
really
yep.
bad is I made him watch Wile E. Coyote cartoons the whole way home.
Oh, that's funny.
There's nothing worse than when you get to that age where you get frustrated and you kind of forget and you start just really cussing in front of your dad. I remember the first time I did that, then I realized what I was saying, and I looked and my dad's eyes were like that big. And he couldn't get mad at me because he knew where I had found all those words.
Oh, hey, before we get to break, less than a minute here, Facebook friends, Kokanee Quinn wants to know, where you at?
Yeah, and Garrett Osler checked in, actually. He says the ice is off Hebgen, jigs and crankbaits are getting
finally.
fish along the shores. The Madison's fishing well as hatches are happening. He says be careful driving because the animals are clearly migrating and can pop out without warning. Bison are calling too. He said, definitely be bear aware as you enjoy these spring days, but come see Yellowstone in the spring. That's what Garrett says.
You mentioned, too, that our friend and sponsor, Kathy Goodman at Silver Threads Outerwear checked in?
Yeah, she said she was headed to the big pond.
All right.
Yep.
Oh,
Heading to the
some
pack,
fishing,
huh?
yep.
That pond. All right. Hey, we will be back with some final thoughts and wrap up this edition of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. First weekend in May. Mother's Day next weekend. We'll be back right after this.
This is Brandon with Madhouse Cannabis Farms. Our winter jacket event was a heartwarming experience. It was overwhelming how many people appreciated them. So on behalf of Madhouse, thank you. The Madhouse family is proud to be part of our local community. Megan and I are passionate about our business and community support. With that, we've decided to roll out another event for spring. Stop in or call for more details. Madhouse Cannabis, embedded in community since 2010. For use 21 and older, keep out of reach children.
Gorgeous scenery, year-round recreation, fun shopping, and Montana hospitality at its finest. It's all in bloom under one big sky in City Lake, Montana. Find out more at citylakechamber.com. And visit the best little gift shop in City Lake. Good Times Gifts and Clothing. City Lake branded clothing, souvenirs, trend-setting fashion, wallets, purses, jewelry, Huckleberry goodies, candles, and lots more. Shop Good Times, open 7 days a week. Highway 83 in City Lake.
Rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome. That is our goal at One Horse at a Time Draft Horse Rescue. This is Jasmine, and we are located in the beautiful Bitterroot Valley. Not only do we save draft horses from going to slaughter, many owner surrenders have also found new homes through us and are protected by our lifelong adoption contract. We invite you to follow along on our journey to provide the best care and life for these deserving gentle giants. Find out more about how you can help. Visit onehorseatatime.com.
Is your car dirtier than a toddler's hands at a county fair? That's a happy day. Windshield so slimy you're driving by faith, not by sight? That's a happy day. Whether you've nicknamed your vehicle the Mudlennial Falcon, the Grimosaurus, or Sir Filth-A-Lot, make it a Happy Days car wash. Happy Days scrubs undercarriages so clean your suspension will thank you. Veteran and senior discounts every day. Great deals on Wash Club memberships too. Clean car, Happy Days car wash. On Brooks between Fairbridge Inn and Pizza Hut.
The Missoula Animal Services Shelter saves 97% of the animals in its care, and it is expanding with new cat rooms, dog kennels, and a larger lobby for visitors. The remodel will help keep animals physically and mentally healthy for as long as it takes to meet their new loving families. Your donation to our Possum Shelter campaign will provide Missoula's lost and surrendered pets with a second chance. Visit online at www.missoulapublichealth.org/animals to learn more and donate today.
Good morning, everybody. This is the Captain. Before we wrap up the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, I want to invite you to join us every Friday morning from our local fishing program, Catching the Big Ones, live on the banks of Brooks at Paradise Falls. We'll help you get ready for a weekend of fishing with area reports and advice and try to make you a winner with our weekly trivia. Catching the Big Ones every Friday morning, 8 to 9, live from Paradise Falls on News Talk, KGVO AM 1290 and FM 98.3.
An upheaval of nature tears loose a creature out of the nightmare of time. Spawned by an earthquake on the bed of the ocean, a reptilian, earth-shaking beast of the sea. The monster that challenged the world.
It's the Captain on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Hey, we hope the Captain has some good fishing on Fort Peck today. Before we wrap up the show, going to turn it over to Downrigger. Somehow you're going to blend Valor coffee with a Kentucky Derby mint julep. I don't know how you're going to pull this off.
Get your Valor coffee. You can, go online and get that. They sell it at Lincoln. Great coffee. We love it here. Check it out. Now, the Kentucky Derby's today.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I had the opportunity to actually go to the Kentucky Derby one time.
Oh.
And this is back when I lived down in Nashville. Mm-hmm. And so here I go up there, and you see on TV how the pageantry and how beautiful and all that it is, but that was built a long time ago, and it's now kind of located in the hood.
Oh.
And there's not much parking, so you have to just, and people rent out their lawns or whatever to park in.
Yeah.
And so I pull up, and this guy and his kid are waving you in, and he says, "That's $50 we want to park here, or I charge you $40 if you leave the key." And I said, "I'll pay the $50." He said, "Now that comes with a nice bottle of water for you because it's a hot walk." I said, "Well, that's great." So I got my bottle of water. As I'm walking by his house, his kids have a bunch of empty bottles, and they're filling them up with the hose.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
It was the Kentucky Derby is behind the scenes a little wild.
We'll see you next Saturday, folks.
Spring is rolling in, and adventure is calling.